Hey guys, it's Charlie. This is Modern Warfare 3 Domination on Underground. Just so happens to be my favorite map in Modern Warfare 3. Today we are going to be talking about what's been going on with the competitive Call of Duty community lately. They've gotten some bad news lately, and you know what? I really don't like the way they reacted to it, so I just want to talk to you guys about that. Start a little discussion about what's going on there and how it could be done differently. But first, let's take a look at this opening route. I do this every single time I play this map and I spawn on ADOM. Run right down this hallway and I'm going to post up right next to that little copier there. Look through that doorway, through the bookcase, and you can usually pick up at least 2 or 3 kills. Sometimes you can get lucky if you catch some foolish adversaries. It's really nice. You got this little nook in the wall next to you that you can pop your head into if you want to get out of the line of fire. Otherwise, you got that perfect line of sight right into that doorway. Now, you don't want to hang out here too long because someone could run up the steps behind you and get you from there. However, those steps are very, very noisy, and if you've got a good headset like the A40's on, you should be able to hear them coming. So, let's talk about what's going on with competitive Call of Duty. Well, first of all, they kind of got some really shitty news earlier this past week. The MLG announced that they would not be featuring Modern Warfare 3 at their Winter Championships, which is a huge blow. I mean, that's really the bread and butter of the competitive scene. That's what they had to hang their hat on. If they're not being featured there, they really don't have a game. So, let's talk about why they weren't picked up. Now, the MLG is saying it's all about LAN integration. For those of you that don't know, when this game shipped, it didn't have a way to hook up Xboxes on a local area network and play this game very easily. Now, there are some ways around it, and we'll talk about that. But right out of the box, it wasn't there as a feature. And it wasn't a feature on Modern Warfare 2. And the competitive scene right out of the gate was promised a patch, and that never came. But you know what? A lot of patches never came around for Modern Warfare 2. So, I don't know that you can really draw any indication from that. Now, with Black Ops, it didn't have a LAN capability right out of the box either, but it was patched. Now, for whatever reason, Infinity Ward did not pick up on Treyarch's lead and include that in the game, but they did promise it, even as far back as CoD XP, before the game was even announced. They met with a bunch of the competitive players at that event. They said, what do you need? And they told them exactly that, and the developers said, okay, we'll get on that. Well, here we are, how many months after release, and it's still not there. This first MLG event is not but weeks away. It's going to be in Columbus, Ohio, and you know, they still keep promising, yeah, it's coming, it's on our list, but you know, it's not, and it's not there. And Call of Duty is not going to be on the list for Columbus, and MLG is saying that's the reason. Well, first of all, I call bullshit on the MLG's side of things, because you have to look at it like a business, which they are. They're there to make money, so they are always going to feature the games on their card, which are going to draw in the most revenue. They're going to draw in the most views. They're going to make them the most advertising revenue. If Call of Duty was drawing in the type of views that they are even on YouTube from like the people like Woody's Gamertag or XJaws, it would be a no-brainer. It would be on there. They would find a way to make it work. But that's not the case. The Call of Duty stream is only getting like 15 to 30,000 views, which sounds like a lot of people, but go ahead, just look at what Woody and XJaws is doing per video. And that's, you know, 1 of 7 videos they do that week. That is, you know, Woody's Gamertag or XJaws, which they do not compare in skill level to these guys competing at these MLG events. Now, we could talk for hours as to why the views aren't there, but the fact of the matter is they're not. If they were, I'm willing to bet that the MLG would be willing to do a whole lot more to make this game work in their format. And then let's also look at it from the developer standpoint as to why this isn't happening. And that comes down to views. You've got 15 to 30,000 people. Sounds like a lot of people, but how many people bought Modern Warfare 3. How many copies did they sell? Millions. Compared to the millions of people out there who are playing this game, 15 to 30 is not a lot. So if you're the developer and your time is valuable, you're not going to spend your time fixing this small problem to only make those people happy. You're going to look at something more general, especially with the amount of problems that they have with this game. So at the end of the day, views solve a whole lot of these issues, but no one in the community is talking about it, and that's what's pissing me off. They all love to, you know, throw up these F you Robert Bowling and, you know, screw you 402 and Infinity Ward sucks and they hate competitive gamers. But at the end of the day, they have a business to run. And I'm sure all these people would also love to throw hate at the MLG, but, you know, they don't have the balls to do that because at the end of the day, that's where their hopeful paycheck's going to come. But you can't look at either of those two because both of those companies have a business to run. It's all about the bottom line. It's all about serving the most customers they can in the best way they can. And if they don't see the customers, then they're not going to invest the time or the effort or the money into doing it. So why aren't these pros talking about the views? And then let's talk about another thing here. It's how the pros reacted to this. Aside from the whole like screw you Infinity War, screw you Robert Bowling, you know, go pack sand Sundance. It was then the aftermath wasn't let's rally up people, let's get together and show these people we need business, because I guess they just don't recognize that this is all about the viewership. There was no rallying cry of we need to get behind this game. It was like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna go pick up Halo, I guess I'm gonna go pick up StarCraft. You know, oh shit, back to McDonald's, here we go. They just tuck-tailed and gave up. And even before this all went down, when the news was still pending, a couple people within the community, the esports community as a whole, not just Call of Duty, were calling out these players, saying they had this, you know, sense of entitlement. You know, like, you meant to be there, like, it was your scene. And really, Call of Duty as a whole has only enjoyed just one season with Black Ops on the competitive circuit. Before that, with Modern Warfare 2, they were an online only game. So they're new to the scene, but yet there was a sort of sense of entitlement that was really disgusting. And then beyond that, when faced with adversity, they just sort of tuck-tailed and run. So I would like to see the professionals in this community, and especially some of the leaders out there, some of the older folks who have been around for a while, step up and take this as a call to action, to rally the troops, to get behind the game, and to show the general community the value of competition, to explore new ways to put product out there for the people's entertainment. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to have the discussion. What do you think? What do you think that the competitive gaming community needs to do to bring in more viewers? What would it take for you to subscribe to a stream, or even tune into a free stream in order for competitive Call of Duty to be entertaining? Why is it that someone like Woody's Gamertag or XJaws or Whiteboy or any of these people out there who generate millions of views, why do they generate views, but yet the best players in the world can't seem to get enough of your attention? So let's post it up in the comments. Let's have a good discussion there. Maybe we'll come back together in another video and wrap things up. But I hope you've enjoyed this discussion so far, and if you look forward to having more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks, guys.